So now let's move on to the grades sheet. The final table will look like this, with a conditional formatting applied to the cells with numbers, a formula used in the average column, a similar formula used in the status column to the one that we used in the attendance table, and I added comments in these cells that will display more information about the tests, or about each test that wouldn't fit in the cell otherwise. So first we type out the layout of the table, we select the range, and we give it a table format. Okay, and this time we will keep the filter button because it will be useful. For example, if we want to see, or if we want to have a better view of the students who passed or failed, or a better view of the grades in each test. So, in these 5 cells that will contain numbers, we will use conditional formatting. I'm going to go to the Inicio tab, Formato Condicional, Escalas de Color, and we'll choose the first option. Then we're going to go to Administer Rules. We're going to edit it because by default these formats will be applied to the highest number and the lowest number. But we're going to specify those numbers. The lowest number will be 1 and the highest number will be 10. And usually the middle ground would be 5 because that's the middle ground between 1 and 10. But in this case we want it to be 4 because for a student to pass they need a grade of 4 or higher. Click on Aceptar, Aplicar, and Aceptar. Now, if the grades are 1, 2, or 3, the color will be kind of reddish, but if the grades are from 4 to 10, for example, then it will go from yellow to green. Right? Now here in the average column, we will use this formula that is promedio. It's very easy. We type out promedio, open parentheses, and we select the range that we want the formula to work on, and close parentheses. And that's it. So it will take the average of the grades. But what happens when the table is empty? It displays an error in the formula and doesn't look good. So we're going to change the formula. We're going to use the formula called CError. So in the first part of the formula, we're going to type the formula that we originally typed. Select the range. Then semicolon. Now we're going to give it the value that we want if the table is empty. In this case, I wanted to display a 0. So if the no numbers in these cells displays a 0 as opposed to this error that doesn't look good. So in the status column, we're going to go to use a very similar formula to the one that we used in the attendance sheet, but with a different layout, because we want 3 conditions instead of 2 in this case. As you can see here in the clean version, it also displays an error when the table is empty. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to type in C. And first we're going to add the first condition, that is, if the average is higher than 4, the student will pass. So if this cell is higher than 4, semicolon, we wanted to say pass. Now we type semicolon, and again we start the formula. C parenthesis. Now if this cell is higher than 1, meaning 1, 2, or 3, because we already know what happens when it's 4 or higher, we want to display fail. Okay. Now, if those conditions are met, now we need the value is false, meaning if this or this condition is met, we wanted to say, in this case, unknown. And we close all the parentheses. So now, I haven't taken any tests, so my status is unknown. See? Okay. And now we're going to give it a conditional format. We're going to new rule, and it's the same as before. Texto específico. If it is pass, I wanted it to be green. Then again, if it is fail, we wanted it to be red. Finally, for the new condition, maybe gray. Okay. Finally, here in these 4 cells, I want to include more information about the tests. So I'll go to the tab Revisar, New Comment, and here I can include probably the date, the topics that were covered in this test, or whatever information is relevant. And you can size the comment to your needs. So all this information is not taking space inside the cells, and you can see them as you hover over the cell. And as in the previous spreadsheet, the attendance spreadsheet, if you need more students, you drag these downwards and you have all the formats working as well. Okay.